average caloric intake in the United States is over 3,500 calories per day, and the average physical activity is less than 20 minutes. Minimally processed foods are about 1.1 calorie per gram of food. Ultra-processed foods are 2.2 calories per gram of food. So if I have somebody eat a kilo of food from minimally processed foods.
What really makes me laugh is this sort of comment that I always get as a nutritionist underneath my TikToks. And I really wish it was the case that we were all following the nutritional guidelines given out by the government or nutritional organizations. But unfortunately, that's not true. We are not unhealthy because we are following these guidelines. We are unhealthy because we are not anywhere close to following these guidelines for average people. For example, in the UK, nearly 60% of the average person's diet is made of ultra-processed foods. 2/3 of us in the UK are not consuming our 5 a day. Only 9% of adults are reaching the daily fibre recommendation. That is literally such a terrible statistic. We are consuming 2 times the free sugars recommendation. Adults are still consuming 40% more the recommended salt per day. Our saturated fat intake is 20% higher than the recommendation for the average person, and so much more. These are just some example statistics showing you that we're just nowhere near following the healthy eating guidelines. And these are just some of the reasons why so many of us are dealing with things like high cholesterol, IBS, IBD, diabetes, obesity.
Right, that's enough of that, Shay. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible. I know these people like to claim that when it comes to our health, they have our best interest. For years I did this, and I know a lot of the people that I work with also did this. We all followed the guidelines. We were eating our 5 a day. We were eating a lot of fibre. We were cutting out our processed food, even though I was told on a regular basis I could eat this in moderation. I was terrified of eating saturated fats because these experts convinced me it was bad. Guys, listen to me. We need to move away from this rubbish and start taking responsibility when it comes to our own health. I can't stress this enough. When it comes to our own health, we need to educate ourselves on what's optimal and what isn't. Because I can tell you right now, these fuckers haven't got a clue what food addiction is or the impact a low-fat diet is going to have on our overall health. Trust me when I say this. When it comes to nutrition, you don't need to go to someone with a nutrition degree to understand what proper nutrition is. We just need to understand some common sense, and that, my friends, is not following the food pyramids.